Hello and welcome into the Fallout Shelter. We've got a news story today that's come out of the Pentagon testing mass surveillance balloons over the Midwest. This is now your mainstream front page news. It's being broadcast to the masses that they are being spied on, and they probably will not give a rip because they're too busy worried about who won the ball game, who's in the new movies, everything else that could possibly go on in the crap that don't matter in their scrying mirror. And all the while, the Pentagon is telling you publicly, we are going to spy on you. We are going to take your liberties and we are going to flush them down the drain and stomp on them and just see how you react. And when the American people do not react, they do not stand up, and they do not do anything, they can sit back and laugh and go, well, what do we do now? What do we do now? Well, let me tell you. Let me just share this with you, and we will see what's happening. The Pentagon is launching spy balloons over the Midwest to monitor and track individual people and vehicles. This is from Futurism.com. The links to these descriptions will be in the links to these videos, to these articles will be in the description of this video. The point of the balloons is to provide a persistent surveillance system to locate and deter narcotic trafficking and homeland security threats. Really? Because there's so much narcotic trafficking and homeland security threats in the Midwest. You know, we're not doing this over Miami. We're not doing this over Mexico to the United States. We're going to just skip where all of the major cartels are. No, the government's bringing the drugs in. They're not looking for drugs. They know where they are. But as the Guardian reports, that also means everyday people will be subjected to sweeping government surveillance. Speaking of which, let's just go to the Guardian. The Guardian, Pentagon testing mass surveillance balloons across the United States. We've went through that. They're going to be testing on. These balloons will be up in the stratosphere at altitudes of 65,000 feet. They are intended to provide persistent surveillance to locate, deter narcotic trafficking, bullcrap, and homeland security threats. Yeah, whatever. No, it's made to collect data. It's made to collect data. The balloons are carrying high-tech radars designed to simultaneously track many individual vehicles day or night through any kind of weather. The tests have not previously been reported. Received an FCC license to operate from mid-July until September following Summer Flight's license last year, which means they've been going on and on and on. The tests have been commissioned by the U.S. Southern Command, or SOUTHCOM, which is responsible for disaster response, intelligence operations, and security cooperation in the Caribbean and Central and South America. Joint effort by the U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, and other forces, and one of its key roles is identifying and intercepting drug shipments headed for the United States. How long are they going to tell you about these drug shipments? Why are all branches of the military interested in these drug shipments? Huh? We do not think that the American cities should be subject to wide area surveillance, said the Jay Stanley with the American Civil Liberties Union. I don't either. I do not consent. I'm out here screaming it to the rooftops, and I don't know what else to do. But the American people probably will consent. They will not care. These new balloons are a cheap surveillance platform. Now, to the really good part of this, the cameras and the technology that are being used in this are called, that suggests that the balloons might also carry a severe Nevada video capture system called Gorgon Stare. The Gorgon Stare. Now, if you're not familiar with the Gorgon, we'll get to that in just a second. I'll give you a quick little brief reminder of what a Gorgon is. Let's see. The Southcom surveillance tests are probably just the tip of the iceberg, because nobody will say anything. Nobody's going to stand up against a tyrannical government to do anything about it. Scott Wickersham, the vice president of Raven Aerostar, told The Guardian that it had been working with Sierra Nevada and the Pentagon's research arm DARPA on a highly sophisticated and challenging development around the stratosphere. This refers to the agency's adaptable lighter-than-air program, or maybe Skynet, an ongoing effort to perfect stratospheric balloon navigation, which has included multiple launches across the country. So anyway, the Gorgon Stare. Are you familiar with the Gorgon? Well, I'm probably saying it wrong, but the Gorgon. is a monster figure in Greek mythology. Homer spoke of a single Gorgon, a monster of the underworld. The later Greek poet Hesiod increased the number of Gorgons to 3. Stheno the mighty, Uriel the forest springer, and Medusa the queen, and made them the daughter of the sea god Phorcys and his sister wife Ceto. The Attic tradition regarded the Gorgon as a monster produced by Gaia, the personification of Earth, to aid her son against the gods. This is what they named their technology that's spying on you. And just for giggles, have you ever heard of a Demogorgon? It's the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. That thing right there. It had their share of monsters and villains. Demogorgon means demon gorgon. It's from the underworld. And and it also is actually from the Dungeons and Dragons game from many, many years ago. The Demogorgon in the Dungeons and Dragons game is also known as the Prince of Demons, was a powerful demon lord and a lesser deity. The self-proclaimed title Prince of Demons was won by virtue of power and influence. Many demons challenged it, but none could defeat the Demogorgon and claim it. Yeah, your American government is sending spy balloons over the Midwest. The states to be affected are, let's see, we have Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, and Missouri, in that area. So do not consent, do not be silent, make your voice heard, or this will continue to get worse and worse and worse. In their words, just the tip of the iceberg. I appreciate y'all making it this far. Check us out on DLive for live streams. Join the Discord. Share pictures of your sky, chemtrails, 5G towers, whatever you like. Follow us on Twitter while we're there and all of that good stuff. And like and subscribe. Everything else that goes along with it. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.